Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I am back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. Okay, we getting into it, all right. Gaslighting gives weak people a form of invisible power over their targets because they believe it actually gives them strength. So let's get into it, all right? Definitely out here in nature today, as you see. All right, almost got whatever that was. It's trying to make its academy appearance on the screen and on my leg. So gaslighting. All right, it gives weak people a form of invisible power. People like to have power. All right, when people choose to gaslight someone, it makes them be able to have a form of control over you. All right, people usually choose things that you have an interest in, or they may talk about something that you're involved in, or they just may talk about you indirectly without actually you knowing it. They tend to do these things to try to play games with your mind, play tricks with your mind. All right, these kinds of things take place in the work environment all the time. All right, they take place in other areas of life as well, but you just have to know when it's happening and to be able to get control back of your mind when it happens. Don't give your mind to it. All right, being gaslit, it's not the end of the world, but you have to be careful because people will eventually just keep doing it until eventually it has some long-lasting effects. It gives weak people a sense of power. All right, people who want a sense of power over you, and you won't give it to them. Some people, they want to control you, they want power over you, and when they see you won't give them that power or that control, then they resort to gaslighting. They resort to being indirect. All right, indirectly speaking. So let this plane pass real quick. They're left to gaslight you because you're not giving them a certain amount of power over you. All right, this could be a manager. This could be, someone at the job that thinks they're more experienced than you. All right, they've been working there longer than you. They feel that they have subordinates over you. All right, they feel that they're able to tell you what to do or control you in some kind of way. And if you don't give them that, if you see that you don't have to give them that kind of power, then this might be something that they'll resort to. All right, but it's for weak people who want a sense of power over someone else. They have to have some type of control over them. People who are weak and that choose to gaslight others, they can't just let a person be. They can't just let a person live their life or be to themselves or move how they move. It's something about that person that is causing them to, this person is getting under their skin in some kind of way. All right, maybe this person doesn't like the way this person looks because maybe they feel they look more appealing than they do, or it could be anything. It could be looks, it could be status, it could be whatever it is. Whatever this person's insecurities are, if they feel that you're the one disturbing them in a way that makes them feel insecure, they're going to resort to gaslighting. All right, it's just an evil tactic, an evil manipulative tactic to try to destroy someone's self-esteem, try to make someone question themselves, doubt their reality, and they'll try to do these things to you when they see that you're confident and you're confident around them. They are threatened by your confidence. It is destroying their idea about themselves, their view about themselves. They possibly felt a different way before you got there, and now because you're there, they want to take that out on you in some kind of way in the form of gaslighting, because you're destroying their ego, destroying their sense of self, making them not feel as positive or as good as they thought they felt. But when people can feel good, and when someone is able to destroy it just by showing up, that's a false sense of self. And all that really says is that a person needs to work on themselves. Anybody, when they show up and they make you feel some kind of way, all that is just a sign that, hey, you have to work on yourself. It's nothing to make a big deal out of, or nothing to make the end of the world. But But, all right, to a narcissistic person who can't self-regulate, these are the kinds of things that they can't let go. So when a normal person would possibly feel some jealousy or possibly feel some type of way towards someone, they would just let it go. They would turn inwardly and realize that it's something about themselves they have to improve on. It's something about themselves they have to work on. It's something that they need fixing within themselves, and the other person can't change who they are, and you not being that person can't change anything about them or anyone. So all you're left to do is look inwardly and work on yourself. But narcissistic people, they do not look inwardly. They do not work on themselves. They view the other person who's making their insecurities come about the problem. So the reason why they'll gaslight you is because you are a problem to them in their mind and their eyes. And they have to gaslight you as a self-defense mechanism to try to combat the fact that you're making them feel insecure and bringing out negative feelings within them, because no one wants to feel that way. All right, let's just be honest. No one wants to feel insecure. No one wants to feel jealous. No one wants to feel down. But it's a part of life. It's something, and also no one wants to realize, as far as like insecurities, no one wants to realize that it's someone out there that may have something better, look better, be in better shape, have a better this or that, or be able to live a better life, or have more finances, or whatever it may be. There's always someone out there with more than you. There's always someone out there better than you, better looking, a better life, always. So that's where gratitude comes into play. But a lot of narcissistic people don't practice gratitude. They're not thankful for the things that they have. They don't know how to appreciate what they've got. That's why they compete with other people. That's why they're constantly looking outward, comparing themselves to others. And that's why they're always in a state to where they have to attack somebody, because their self is pretty much like eating at them, and they don't know how to work on themselves or fix that, or make any changes to deal with that. So instead of changing themselves inwardly, working on themselves, they rather choose someone to be an enemy to project on, who's making them feel some kind of way, to bring them down, destroy them, make them feel horrible about themselves, or to question their reality and make this person not as confident, so they'll lose self-esteem, and so they'll not be able to shine the way they shine. All right, because when you are around a narcissistic person and you're getting your shine on and you're shining bright, and people can see that you are they can see that you're full of light. They can see that you're positive. They can see that you're a cool person, a chill person, a good person. They want to see what they could do to change that and to try to make you just like them in a way. All right, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling positive, they want to see if they can change that, alter that, so that way they could feel a little bit better about themselves. But the thing is, their problems are still going to be there, and that's not long term. They can try to bring you down, make you feel bad about who you are, try to destroy your self-esteem, try to destroy the ego you have, because everyone has one. It's just that some people choose to keep it in check, and some people allow it to go and wreck others. All right, so because they're not keeping it in check. So that's why it's good to keep your ego in check. Everybody has the same things going on that they have to deal with. It's just that some are a little, everybody deals with the same things. It's just that some people have the disorder to where it makes it like seem not needed to deal with it, or just like they think irrationally, and they think that they're too good for self-improvement. They think that there's nothing wrong with them. They think that they're perfect the way they are, and they think there's nothing they need to change. And that's why a lot of narcissistic people don't change. All right, they think that there's nothing they need to change. They think they're perfect just the way they are, and they think that they're above and beyond self-improvement. No one is above and beyond self-improvement. We all have something that we need to work on, and we all have things that we need to fix. But when it comes to this disorder, and the people who have it, they feel that they're perfect the way they are. There's nothing wrong with feeling that there's nothing wrong with a person realizing that they're perfect the way they are. We're all supposed to do that. But when it comes to inward when it comes to any kind of change, inwardly or outwardly, that's for the best, that's for positivity, it might be something you need to change. All right, there might be someone whose health is declining, but they're like, I'm perfect the way I am, and they're denying the fact that they could be healthier. All right, there might be someone who's not healthy on the inside, and they're denying the way they are, and they're like, I'm perfect the way I am. There's things you need to change about yourself, whether it be inwardly, whether it be outwardly, and you're still, yes, you're perfect the way you are, but just because you're perfect the way you are doesn't mean that there isn't still room for improvement. There isn't still some things that you could work on to better your life, to better your health, to better yourself in any kind of way that would benefit you positively. So that's really what it's all about. You want to be able to benefit yourself the best way you can and live a constructive life and be as productive as you can. But some people, the people with the disorder who feel they are perfect the way they are, they feel it's nothing they have to change. And because they feel it's nothing they have to change, other people are subject to how they feel about themselves and what they're going through and things like that. Me personally, I tend to keep things to myself. I tend to, just keep things to myself, not bother people. If I have to work on me, I'll stay to myself and I'll work on things. And that's really why I stay to myself a lot, is because I know there are things that I need to work on, and I'm not beat for taking it out on anybody else. All right, I'm not taking out my problems. I'm not making my problems your problems. I'm not taking my problems out on anybody else. All right. And it's like you have to learn to deal with it. All right. Sometimes you may lash out at someone. Sometimes you may give somebody an attitude, but it's because you're trying. But at least you're trying. Maybe you're having a rough day and you're trying to keep it to yourself, but you're trying to stay away from people, and somebody's going to make sure that they deal with you. Or somebody's going to make sure you're trying to stay over here in the corner so don't nobody say nothing to you. Somebody's going to come over and check you out anyway. Hey, what's up? Now's the time you speak to me. Hey, yes, it is. So, and it's all a work in progress. You're just working on yourself and making sure that you're the best person that you could be for you and to other people, because you don't want to, be rude to people or give people attitude when they don't deserve it. All right. Sometimes they do, but you know how it is. People are just with that disorder. They have to try to have control over somebody else. They're looking for some kind of authoritative relationship with someone. All right, they want to be in a seat of power, in a position of power over somebody else, and they choose people who they think they can get it off on. All right, and once they see that they can't get it off on you directly, they can't use their power over you directly. They can't be powerful over you directly. They're going to try to attack your mind and get you that way. And that's why they try to, if they can't get you directly, first they try to do it indirectly and attack your mind, because if you fall victim to those attacks sooner or later, that's going to lead to somebody being able to control you physically. And that's going to give them the amount of power that they were looking for originally in the beginning. Because if they can't get you physically, what do they have to do? They have to try to get your mind, and then they can get you. Whoever gets the mind gets the behind. All right, whoever gets the mind gets the behind. So if they can get your mind, they can get your behind. All right, they can get you, and they can cause you to doubt yourself. They can cause you to need them for some type of validation. They can cause you to second guess yourself, question yourself, cause you to need them. So that way you have to go to them for everything you need. That puts them in that is slowly but surely putting this person in a position of power, because sooner or later, after a while, this person is going to become a godlike figure to you in your mind. And that's how you're going to see them. That is eventually how you will see this person, and that's what this person will be to you. All right, just making sure I'm insect free out here. But it gives weak people a form of invisible power. People who are strong don't need to do that to others. People who are strong can be direct. All right, people who are strong don't have to gaslight other people. They don't have to try to play with anybody's mind. People who are strong don't get any satisfaction out of trying to manipulate someone in a way to where it's going to destroy them and turn them into a mental slave. All right. last time I checked, I didn't need any, and I'm pretty sure you watching this video, you don't need any either. All right, it's cool to get support from people. It's cool to have people helping you. All right, if you need help, it's cool to have friends. It's cool to have buddies and people who you do business with. It's cool to have associates. All right, very few. Keep your circle small. All right. A lot of people have people who have a lot of friends usually do it for vain purposes. All right, so you have to be careful of that. But it's good to it's good to not have to try to destroy someone just for the sake of gaining power over them. All right, that's some industry stuff. All right, that's that's some and that's not too funny. I should laugh at that, but that's some industry stuff. All right, that's some like mental slave stuff. It's like they want to be your overlord or something like that. And that's why a lot of psychologists will say that narcissistic people want to be God to others. They want to be God over you, and it's just no one deserves that kind of power. Nobody is supposed to be God over you except for you're supposed to be God to yourself. And then, of course, you believe in the Creator. But that's why the Creator says ye are God's children of the Most High. No one's supposed to be God over you. You're supposed to be God to yourself, and you're supposed to allow the Creator to be in a position of God to you. That's it. That's all it is. Don't give people any power or any position that they need, that they don't deserve in your life. But people who are weaker, all right, people who need or have an urgency or a sense to have to control other people, they desire that kind of power. And it's like it makes you think, because it's like, why would a person need that amount of extreme power over a person? It gives people a high, and that's why they call it supply. All right, they crave and desire and are in need of this type of energy. All right, you may need some energy, you go out, sit out in the sun. You may need some energy, you go to the gym, you get your workout on, you get your treadmill on, you lift on, you exercise on, you're doing something positive. All right, you need some energy, you may call up a positive person and do a transfer. Hey, how's things going? Hey, things are going well with me. Things are going well with you. Cool. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's great. All right, it was good talking to you. You too. All right, yo, stay up. I will, man. I'm glad to hear you doing your thing. Me too. All right, yeah, vice versa. Holla at you. You might do something like that. All right, you might work on your passion. All right, you might paint you a nice scenery. All right, you might paint you some nice pictures. You might practice on your piano. Or you might practice your violin. You might practice your saxophone. You might practice your vocals. Or you may go out and dribble. You may go out and shoot some hoops. Or you may even do you some hula hoop. I don't know what you like. Yo, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments what you like to do that gives you some positive energy. I'd like to know. All right, so it's really all about finding good things and healthy things for you to feel youthful, to feel young again, to connect with that inner child. All right, to make yourself feel good again and again and again and again and again and again and again. It's all about feeling good. It's all about having positive vibes. It's all about making sure that you're living the best life you could possibly create for yourself. All right, but there are people who are on the dark side. There are people who are on the dark side. All right, and that dark side is rough. All right. We all have. There's light and dark. Yes, there is. There's light and there's dark. But for people who are just wicked, it's like there's nothing good that they like to do except for wicked acts. They call evil good and they call good evil. That's how they view it. All right, they view good as bad and they view bad as good. And when you have the type of mindset that views bad as good, things that you're cut off from God. You're cut off from all the beauty of the world. You're cut off from all the good things that you could be doing with your life. You're cut off from all the positive things you could be doing with your life, things that give your life meaning. And that's what being alive is for, to make sure that your life has some kind of meaning, and that way you could create something. All right, that's why the Creator created you. He created you to create. He created you to be happy. He created you to be loving. He created you to share. All right, He created you to be the awesome, magnificent person that you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, you have to accept who you are. You have to accept who you are. There's going to be evil people and there's going to be good people. And unfortunately, I think personally, I think good people are spread out All right, I think we're spread out. I really think we're spread out because, like, even the people that you think are good, it's like in a split second, it's like then them horns pop up. All right, them horns pop up. You think it's all good and all peachy keen and all some other fine things or some good things to say. You think it's all good. All right, and then sooner or later they be around you for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, a whole minute. It doesn't take long, people, and then boom, horns pop up. All right, and the person is like, you just like, oh my God, man, how many people am I gonna run into like this today? You know, I'm out here pushing out positivity. I'm out here blessing folks. All right, secretly and with the power of my mind, I'm like, yo, bless you and you and you and all these amazing, wonderful things. And then boom, it's just people's horns just keep popping up. They get upset when they're around you, and they feel some type of way towards you. And when people get upset around you and feel some type of way towards you and they have this disorder, they're going to want to control you because they're going to need that power. All right. I got the power. They're going to need that power. All right, they're going to need power over you because they see you as a complete source of supply because you're a complete energy source within yourself, all by yourself. All right, because you're running off the power of the Most High God, baby. All right, you got all the power that you need. All right, you got a never-ending supply, an infinite supply of energy, and they're trying to, just like you're tapped in. Unfortunately, they're here as energy vampires to tap into you. And you have to be careful with who you're dealing with. And when you don't give them power over your physical, they're going to have to try to tap into you spiritually and try to get access to your mind. They want power over you mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right, because it drains you, it makes your energy low, makes your spirit low, makes you feel heavy. You know, all these things that come along with the fatigue from being around narcissistic people. All right, they want to make you lay in bed all day, and who wants to, on a nice beautiful day like today, who would want to not feel good enough to get up, go outside, and get some fresh air, get some sunlight, get some exercise on. All right, maybe you want to go out to your favorite restaurante. All right, you know, get you a little nice balanced meal. All right, so you could balance out how you feel. I know how it is. You want to enjoy yourself, but sometimes there are people who see you enjoying yourself, and because you're able to enjoy yourself without them, and you're able to have a good day at work without them. All right, people see you smiling, laughing, happy, minding your business out in public, even in the blink of an eye, just passing by a person. You're feeling too good without them. And it's like it's not it is that deep, but it's really not that deep. I know I'm saying without them, but it's like it is kind of jacked up because it's like, yo, you don't even know some of these people. And they still want to, you just having too much fun. And that's how they view it. That's enough fun. How's that person able to enjoy themselves that much? Why is this person able to feel so good? And they like to come after people like that, all right, because they see those people, and they could, as a source of energy, and they could tell by the way you walk, They could tell by the way you walk. You probably have a nice, confident, swaggerful walk, all right. You probably got so much confidence and power and strength in that walk. All right, you walking on this earth like you think you God or something, and you should think you God, because like the Bible says, ye are gods. All right, so you should feel like God, and think like God, and act like God. You should, and that's what's in you. And when people see that, they want to try to destroy that, and that's what the devil does. Comes to kill, seek, devour, and destroy. All right, so gaslighting, it gives people who are weak a sense of power, an invisible sense of power, because they feel that they don't have any. And if you weren't almighty powerful, like the almighty powerful God that you believe in, they wouldn't have to try to come at you and take some of that energy from you. But it's yours. You deserve to use it how you want to. You deserve to be able to feel good and enjoy yourself and have a good day and have a good time without any interruption. And sometimes you gotta stump some people out because they're trying to interrupt it. All right, and you can't allow that to happen. You're not gonna ruin my work day. All right, you see my shirt's all pressed. I had some time to iron it this morning. You're not going to ruin that, all right? I even had my little cup of tea or coffee, all right? Not too much. I don't know if it's healthy or not. I still got to study up on it, but I'm hearing it's not too healthy, all right? But yeah, if you like to enjoy it, hey, it is what it is, man. Everybody's got something that may be healthy or may not be, so I ain't even trying to stop you from having your little cup of coffee, all right? But, if it's not that good, maybe lighten up on it a bit. I just want the best for everybody, all right? But maybe you having your little smoothie or something, man. However you enjoy yourself. All right, whatever it is. All right, do it till you satisfied. All right, as long as it's righteous. Throwback, as long as it's righteous. All right, that's the early Drew too, but we gonna continue that as long as it's righteous. All right, and gaslighting is not righteous. All right, it's wrong because it gives weak people a form of invisible power. All right, don't let people ruin your day at your job. Don't let people ruin your day. Wherever you like to go enjoy yourself. Maybe you're maybe you have a routine to where you go to a few places. All right, and you know, negativity likes to show up sometimes. So whenever negativity likes to show up, you let negativity know that you're in charge, and we have power over these people. Don't you ever forget it. You have power over them. Their gaslighting, their negativity, their spying, their stares, all that stuff. You have power over it. It just depends on how you're feeling and how you handle it and how you deal with it. All right, because you're dealing with the things that are inward, and sometimes things manifest on the outside. So you got to deal, and you still have to deal with them inwardly. And that's really how you defeat the true enemy, by going within and making sure you're all right. And when you don't feel all right, you ask yourself, are you all right? Or you ask yourself, am I good? Am I okay? Is everything all right with me? And that's how you'll be able to defeat these little outward battles and these little outward enemies and things of that nature. Just keep checking on yourself. All right, that's why they say check yourself before you wreck yourself. All right, because at the end of the day, it's still you who has to deal with how you feel, regardless of what anything is happening outside of you. And always remember that, there's no power outside of you within your very own self. All right. And if you remember that, it'll be real good for you and for your relations and your interactions with people. All right, people, places, and things. All right, so hey, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Your main man, DruuTube. I'll see you in the next one. We out.